is crazy. Check it all out. Yes, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. What the heck is this? Mommy and Dad love sparing with you. I'm grateful for everything that you do for me. Wow, it's quite something you could say. It's quite the installation. Over here, you got some sort of experiential thing. Please remove shoes. Some sort of writing situation. Oh, Tamils. Interesting. We're supposed to put something in there. Oh, there are letters in there. Interesting. What if we were to write something? Oh, that's a good pen. codes. Select two. Lock it up, seal it up, send it away. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله. Bismillah. There you go. Message to all the liberals. Back it up. Open for go ahead and put these away where they were, as they were. It's this Epstein's mansion. What it is. Guys, this is crazy. Guys, what is going on right now? Insane. Oh, what's going on? Guys, check it out. I think we're inside of Epstein's mansion, and I have no idea what's going on right now in here. We're literally inside of Epstein's mansion right now. Check it out. Guys, what is this? Is this? Is this? Is this? What's going? What's going? What is this? What is this? Let's turn on. This is crazy, guys. So literally, we're potentially inside of Epstein's mansion, and you can see for yourself. See for yourself. Oh, that Julian Epstein's mansion right now. This is crazy, bro. What is going on? Right? I have no idea, but it's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's kind of crazy up in here. I got one more thing to show you guys. No idea what's going on out here. I hear voices. Check this out. Holy, look at that. Fluorescent letters sending away. Some weird is over here too. I don't know what's going on. What is this? What is this? These are weird, man. Look at that. What the? Oh my god. It's crazy.
This is too bad.
I think Yeah, that was crazy. Um, yeah, so basically we just witnessed a crazy place, um, crazy people, and now we're just gonna kind of figure out where we're going from here. Really try to figure out where we're getting to next. But no, all in all, it's that was an interesting experience. Um, and definitely interesting to kind of gather that from within and take it in like what's going on in the world in terms of the arts. Um, and no, if any of you are actually into that stuff, into the art world, the art scene, like we all know it's a very liberal scene, but there is benefit in it. There's certain things to take out of it and to absorb. Take the good, leave the bad, as they say. So that's what we're trying to do here. Uh, I know as as an artist, I would say, hopefully I can be an artist, or I don't know what exactly brings someone to be able to call themselves an artist. I guess if you create and express in some sort of medium, that can make you an artist. Uh, but I've found that for a while in my life, I've been um, considered myself an artist, or I've hoped to be an artist, someone who's able to express myself. And I think recently I've been more exploring the entrepreneurship aspect of life of pathways. So that's been kind of the pursuit by recent, and it's been good, build that part of yourself up. But no, alhamdulillah, I can't complain. Alhamdulillah, it's a Friday. It's a beautiful Friday at that, and you just gotta kind of take it for what it is. Each day for what it is. Um, Good time. It's a beautiful time to be alive. Of course, minus all the craziness going on. U.S. judge extends temporary order halting Nexstar Magna merger, which is fine, but the thing is that Greece is banning media for social media for under 15-year-olds from 2027. The EU calls. So think about that. And outflows from leveraged from loan funds jumps as investors shun credit risks, which if you take that in for a second, that's crazy, Um, but no, as an artist, it doesn't really affect as much. But no, what do you guys think about that? Cool. Okay. No, that's great. That's really good to know. Really good to know. Um, yeah, all in all, I would say it's a pretty nice day out, and it's good to be out and kind of take in the fresh air. Smells good out here, feels good. And when we think about Outcome Film, the Keanu Reeves movie, character is about a character in middle of an image crisis, center of an image crisis. So I think they take that in for a minute as well. You know, take it all for a grain of salt. Really what I'm trying to say. But no, all in all, we're out here, we're doing what we need to do, and we're spreading the message of Islam. So no, where are we going now? That way we're going. Yeah. Um, yeah, so right now I'm just kind of in the middle path of like being an artist slash entrepreneur, kind of just exploring that avenue. And I would say there's some good amount of success coming out of it, but it's a balance as well, because easily, they're kind of like they contrast each other a lot, art and business. And they can work really well together. They can have a lot of synergy with each other, but they can also really work against each other. So unless you're able to really balance those two things, my last stream I talked a lot about business and that that path of business and what you have to sacrifice on that path. And I think now, like, it's just as important to talk about art. If you're an artist and you're trying to explore that path of finding some sort of sustainability through your art, it's a very tricky path. It's a very tricky. path to take, and but it's definitely, it's possible, and there's a lot of people, that are willing to pay for great artists in every field, in every medium, it's just you gotta know how to leverage your abilities without sacrificing your 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 expression, right? So that's the balance. That's the trick, So when you hear the idea of starving artists, it's a real thing. Starving artists is a real thing because when you're not willing to give up any compromise any element of what you're trying to sacrifice, trying to express to the world, it will come with sacrifice. Um, in terms of what you want to express, in terms of how you want to express it. Um, that is the true balance of being an artist and surviving to do it, to continue to do it, because there's one side of it is what can you not say? How can you not do it? Because even every art form has its own limitations in terms of uh honestly as simple as how much you can really afford to do that for how long, how sustainable is it, right? Me being part of the media film industry, it's a very expensive art form, very expensive. So you got to take that and really understand like how far can you really get without thinking about how to make some profit or some revenue out of that, right? It's something kind of like a continuous conundrum. So yeah, it's worth to explore that concept quite a bit. And if you're in that place where you're trying to figure out how to be an artist and live and be sustainable within it, yeah, I'm always up to chat about it. It's a continuous journey. But I would say last few years has been really a journey, very different part of my life. And I would say I've been finding that groove of how I want to uh, express myself while also knowing that I have to put food on the table. I gotta put food on the table. I gotta make sure my family is taken care of. Because if I'm being completely honest with you, art can be a very selfish endeavor at times. It can be a very selfish endeavor because a lot of times it can be about just me, myself, and I need to express what I need to do, and I need to do what I feel like doing. It's all about me, me, me. A lot of times, I'm not saying that's for every artist, but I'm just saying for a lot, that's what can happen. So there's one element of that as well. Ego, the ego of an artist is real, right? There's a real ego. So unless you have a real mission, then or if you have like something you're trying to achieve through your art for the world, then it's gonna be an ego battle for sure. And maybe not. Maybe you'll just give into your ego. So that's definitely something to think about when you're in this pursuit, And even for business, when you're in business and you're trying to build a business and trying to be an entrepreneur, same thing, it could be the same thing, but it's a different kind of sometimes it can be a different kind of thing. You get more lost in the money world, in the money grab. That's a different kind of ego. That's a different kind of desire, right? Because of course, even in business, you could be seeking attention and seeking uh uh like not acknowledgement, but um the money part of it can really corrupt the heart as well, corrupt the mission. And that's one thing I would say is commendable with artists is like a true artist, true hearted artist. They don't really they're not worried about the paycheck, whatever comes and they accept it. But again, it's like how realistic is that, going back to the discussion of being a sustainable artist versus a starving artist. How sustainable is it to just not be worried about the paycheck, about money, right? It's a difficult part of life as an artist, but I think definitely something that is worth challenging oneself on and pushing oneself out of their boundaries. Um, but yeah, no, that's a good stream for the day. I just cap it off here, Friday stream, and yeah, allow everyone to kind of enjoy your um your Fridays and weekends. All right, assalamu alaikum.